My parents faked my sister's death to save her from prison. 5 years after being reunited with my birth family, my adoptive sister Grace deliberately ran me over with her car, leaving me paralyzed. My parents and childhood sweetheart rushed me to the hospital. When the doctor said I might never walk again, Nathan immediately proposed, promising to take care of me forever. My parents cut Grace out of their lives and told me to give them the evidence so they could handle everything while I focused on recovery. Later, they said Grace had drowned while fleeing the country. I believed them. Until 5 years into my marriage, I saw the supposedly dead Grace at the hospital. She was holding a little boy, telling Nathan, "Thank God for you and Mom and Dad all these years. Otherwise Charlotte would have had me arrested. That cripple will never know you and I have a son." Even her parents are helping Methy destroyed the evidence and switched her recovery meds to vitamins. Nathan, I'm sorry you had to marry that pathetic woman and play along. Don't say that. Only by marrying her could I issue a letter of forgiveness as her husband, clearing your name. As long as you and our son are happy, my sacrifice is worth it. My marriage wasn't salvation, it was a conspiracy. My own parents had betrayed me for the fake daughter. Fine. I'll leave them to their charade. Chapter 1. In the hospital lobby, I watched Grace holding her son, the perfect family picture with Nathan. My heart felt like it had been carved hollow, the pain stealing my breath. The husband who promised to care for me forever loved the woman who'd nearly killed me. Even my birth parents, after destroying evidence, still didn't trust Methy. Arranged for Nathan to marry me so he could issue forgiveness letters in my name anytime. My phone rang. Mother. Charlotte, why didn't you wait for us? We're almost at the hospital. Where are you? Her urgent voice made rage surge through me. My nails dug into my palms. I thought I shouldn't trouble you forever. I came alone for physical therapy this time. We're family. How could you trouble us? Are you at the hospital now? We're coming. Before, my parents always accompanied me to therapy. I'd thought it was love and concern. Now I knew better. Yes, I just arrived. About to enter the main lobby. I wheeled myself behind a corner. Sure enough, their voices turned urgent, telling me not to go into crowded, not safe. They were nearby, coming to get me. I coldly agreed and hung up, watching Nathan answer his phone. His face tensed. He said something to Grace, handed her their son, and quickly left through the back door. Grace melted into the crowd. I understood. That call was from my parents. They didn't want me inside, not for my safety, but to prevent me from seeing Grace and Nathan. Shock and grief threatened to drown me. Everyone had lied to me for that criminal. My nails nearly pierced my palms, the pain bringing clarity. If this was their game, I'd give them back their stage. I hit record on my phone and wheeled to the entrance to meet my rushing parents. Mother looked panicked. Charlotte, why did you go in without us? Father frowned. Didn't we say hospitals are crowded and dangerous? We worry about you alone. I waited but you didn't come. I just used the restroom. Mother probed nervously. Did you see anyone? Her tension stabbed at me. I wanted to scream, why lie to me? But what was the point now? I was leaving anyway. See who? I was in the bathroom for ages. Seeing my genuine confusion, they relaxed. Come on, we'll take you up. Father pushed my wheelchair while Mother knelt to adjust my mask. Flu season. We need to be careful. I'd be heartbroken if you got sick. Before, her concern would have touched me deeply. Now I felt nothing from her eyes. At the 12th floor rehabilitation center, I lay on the bed as the doctor administered anesthesia. Half conscious, I heard my parents talking to the doctor. Miss Harrison's leg has been untreated too long. Without surgery soon, she'll never walk again. The previous therapy sessions were incomplete, medications switched to vitamins as you instructed. Mr. Harrison, will you really watch your daughter remain paralyzed? I pay you top dollar from Switzerland, not for your opinions. Do as you're told. Father's voice was harsh. Mother agreed, so what if she can't walk? We can support her forever. Mind your own business. Don't forget who pays your salary these 5 years. You work for us, not the hospital. The doctor quickly agreed. I mean, Miss Harrison has had so much anesthesia, she might develop immunity. What then? That's your problem. Keep her condition stable, no better, no worse. Yes, sir. The door opened. They left. I lay there, frozen. In hell. They'd hired a foreign doctor, kept him for 5 years, all to deceive me. No wonder the rehabilitation center was in the inpatient wing, all fake. My heart shattered. Tears slid silently down my face. After treatment, my parents wheeled me home. Nathan, who'd been at the hospital with Grace 2 hours ago, greeted us in an apron. Honey, therapy must be exhausting. I made bone broth, it'll help you heal faster. His gentle concern seemed so genuine. If I hadn't seen him with Grace, heard their words, I'd be moved. But now his smile looked like a mask. He never loved me. He loved the woman who'd crippled me. He'd sacrificed his marriage to protect her, faking love for me. They even had a son. At dinner, Mother's eyes reddened looking at the dishes. Nathan quickly asked what was wrong. Father sighed, rubbing her back. She sees Grace's favorite foods and misses her. That girl made mistakes, but we raised her for over 10 years. She didn't deserve to die. I felt them watching my reaction. Bitter irony filled me. Didn't deserve to die? So I deserve to be sacrificed. Honey, it's been 5 years. Grace was only 20. Maybe she acted impulsively, thinking you'd steal everything from her. We grew up together. She had an extreme personality. Her memorial is in 5 days. I know you won't go. I'll accompany Mom and Dad, okay? Nathan looked anxious, like I might explode. Go ahead. She lived here longer than me. Of course you'd have feelings for her. Nathan relaxed, his voice gentler. I knew you were kind, honey. You wouldn't hold grudges against your dead sister. Mother wiped her tears. My birth daughter is so understanding. I buried my face in my bowl, letting tears fall. So they did remember I was their real daughter. My stomach cramped. I excused myself. Nathan brought me antacids, all concern. Seeing I didn't want to talk, he prepared warm water and washed my face himself. For 10 years after they found me, he'd only had eyes for me. Even when Grace confessed to him, he'd coldly rejected her. Now I understood. He didn't love me. He wanted to marry the Harrison heir. Love and marriage were separate for him. Chapter 2. Late at night, after Nathan slept, I took his phone. Password, my birthday. WhatsApp showed me first, then my parents. I found nothing suspicious until I tried switching accounts. Nathan had a second profile with only one contact, Grace. Grace, 5 years, Nathan. How much longer must I hide? Grace, she has no evidence and she's crippled. Why fear her? Grace, our son cries for his daddy. Can you bear it? Nathan, Dad and I are working on it. Don't worry. They'd brought Grace back days ago, changed her name. Registered a real estate company for her. The grand opening was in 5 days. I checked his Instagram with trembling hands. My heart froze completely. For 5 years, Grace had lived luxuriously abroad. Wearing Harrison Corp luxury brands, living in Harrison overseas properties. Nathan's business trips were visits to her. Even my parents appeared in photos, smiling brightly. They were the real family. I was the outsider. Fighting tears, I photographed the evidence and switched back. Nathan had changed his bio. It used to say, waiting, he'd said waiting for my legs to heal. Now it said, return. I finally understood. Waiting for Grace's return. I replaced his phone and went to the balcony to call. Hello, I need a flight abroad in 5 days. 5 days to say goodbye to 5 years of lies. Back in bed, I couldn't sleep. At lunch the next day, my phone lit up. Nathan glanced over, his face changing. Honey, why are you closing accounts? I darkened the screen. Credit card expiring. Renewing it. His phone rang before he could respond. Work emergency, honey. I have to go. My parents left too. Alone, I was about to leave when a friend request appeared. Grace, you heard everything at the hospital yesterday. Grace, your husband had a son with me. Grace, even your parents chose to keep me when they heard you couldn't have children. They told Nathan to be with me, have kids with me. Grace, we're the real married couple. You're just a joke. Grace, they even started a company for me. Grand opening in 5 days. They're hiding it from you, right? Grace, I should have hit you harder. Then everything would already be mine. Each word cut like a knife. So that's why my parents chose her. I couldn't have children. Nathan willingly stayed with her. I screenshot everything and found our marriage certificate. Hidden in his nightstand drawer was the letter of forgiveness. Crushing these documents, I went to a lawyer. He said the messages weren't solid evidence, and family-issued forgiveness letters were legally valid. When I asked about divorce, he said the marriage certificate was fake. Lightning struck. Grace was right, I was just a fool. The lawyer's eyes lit up. Since the marriage was fake, Nathan's forgiveness letter was invalid, fraud and obstruction of justice. Grateful, I asked him to draft charges. Leaving, I went to another hospital for full examination. When the doctor said my legs could be saved, I wept with joy. He explained the accident had blocked my fallopian tubes, but surgery could fix it. The leg fracture hadn't worsened and 5-year surgery would restore mobility. Your family took good care of you. 5 years untreated usually means permanent disability. His words were bitter irony. My family were the ones keeping me disabled. No, they weren't my family anymore. Chapter 3. Leaving the hospital, Grace sent more messages. A photo, her with their son in Nathan's arms, my parents on either side. 5 people in a mansion, smiling brilliantly. On the wall behind them, father's calligraphy, family harmony brings prosperity. Those words burned my eyes. Their family never included me. I returned home in a daze, staring at the ceiling. Eventually, I heard voices. They were back. Nathan entered, embracing me. Sorry, honey. Work's been crazy. I've neglected you. Your birthdays. In 2 days. Mom, Dad, and I planned a big celebration. I stayed silent. He kissed my forehead, tucked me in, and left. I suddenly remembered 5 years ago, on my birthday, my parents announced my engagement to Nathan, triggering Grace to run me over. During my 5 years back home, I'd always felt awkward, unable to be as natural with my parents as Grace. At birthday parties, Grace was always the real center, entertaining guests I didn't know. She'd say, only I deserve this party. You're just an orphanage kid, you don't belong. She always stole my spotlight. This time would be no different. So when I saw her at my birthday party, I felt nothing. Grace wore a server's uniform and mask, standing before me. The family's expressions when they recognized her were priceless. What are you doing here? This is insane. If she finds out, years of effort are wasted. Father scolded quietly. Mother defended her. Grace hasn't been home in years. She's just homesick. Why so harsh? Besides, Charlotte won't recognize her dressed like this. Even Nathan softened at her pitiful act. Husband, today's my birthday too. I want to cut the cake. Fine, Charlotte's wheelchair makes it inconvenient anyway. Go ahead. Grace cut my 3-foot birthday cake right in front of me. She maliciously split my chocolate figure in half. Then shoved the cake at me. Crash. Everyone stared. The metal support nearly hit my face. Nathan rushed over. Honey, are you okay? Then turned to scold Grace theatrically. Clumsy fool, get out. I hid my mockery. He'd clearly seen her do it deliberately but reacted so quickly. My parents' chosen son-in-law so clever. My parents relaxed, calling for cleanup. In the huge ballroom, Nathan was swamped with guests. I wanted air. Hands appeared on my wheelchair. Grace pushed me toward the garden. Sister, long time no see. Her voice dripped smugness. See that? The whole family sang happy birthday looking at me. After all these years, they still love me more than you. You should have stayed an orphan instead of coming back to compete with me. Now look crippled, even your husband is mine. If I were you, I'd kill myself in shame. I looked up at her. You should be ashamed. The man you wanted chose to marry me, so you resorted to extremes and nearly went to prison. Now you're renamed, hiding like a coward. You have to dress like this to see me, aren't you embarrassed? Stung, Grace kicked my wheelchair hard. What are you proud of, cripple? Mom and Dad destroyed the evidence. You can't touch me. She pushed me toward the pool, laughing. Today I'll show you who they really care about. She pushed the wheelchair and both of us into the pool. Cold water flooded my nose and mouth. Honey. Charlotte. Nathan and my parents ran frantically. Water exploded as Nathan swam toward me. I reached out, but he passed me, grabbing Grace instead. My parents pulled her from the pool. I smiled bitterly, sinking down. As consciousness faded, Nathan returned, dragging me up. Grace and I lay side by side. My parents called, "Daughter, wake up," in her ear. Grace opened her eyes. She suddenly accelerated. I tried to save her but got pulled in. People whispered. 5 years ago, her adoptive sister paralyzed her on her birthday. Maybe it triggered her. Nathan's eyes flashed with guilt. Father looked terrified, Mother sobbed holding me. Charlotte, why would you do this? We'll take care of you forever. I watched their performance coldly, bitter inside. They'd just been worried about Grace, yet performed for the crowd. Pathetic. Before leaving, Grace's eyes gleamed with victory. My birthday party ended in disaster. The family took me to the hospital. When the doctor said I was fine, everyone relaxed. Grace messaged again. Grace, see? He saved me first. Grace, even your parents called me daughter. If you're not stupid, you understand. Grace, their feelings for me run deeper. We're the real family. Grace, so who's embarrassed now? I just screenshot and saved everything. That night, after taking me home, the whole family went to Grace's villa. I went to Father's study and printed all the photos, screenshots, and conversations. Then copied the hospital recording to a flash drive. My farewell gift to them. Chapter 4. They didn't return the next day. Nathan texted that they were shopping for memorial items, leaving the housekeeper to care for me. I sneered and had the housekeeper pack up everything Nathan had given me over the years. In the study, I took down Father's calligraphy and burned it. Just one word, health. He wrote, family harmony brings prosperity for Grace, but only health for me. The iron eye was the one destroying my health, ensuring I'd never walk. I furiously burned Mother's hand-knit scarves and leg warmers too. Every family photo from the past. 10 years turned to ash. Since I was leaving, I wanted no trace of this life. Watching everything burn, I made my final decision. I went to the lawyer with my printed evidence. I asked him to file charges against Grace tomorrow. Even if she couldn't be convicted, everyone would know she was alive, that my family had hidden her. I posted everything online, scheduled to go viral. Finally, I replied to Grace. Me, bet I can make them abandon you and come back. She took the bait, saying they'd definitely not come back. Today. Soon, my parents called. They still had things to prepare, would work overnight, don't wait up. Perfect. I sent the last package to the doctor my parents had hired. Then, clutching my plane ticket, I left this 10-year prison forever. The next day, at Grace's company ribbon cutting. Father got a call from the doctor. Mr. Harrison. Charlotte knows the truth about 5 years ago. She heard us talking in the hospital. Father went pale, hanging up to call me, but I'd already turned off my phone. Dad, the ceremony's starting. Come on. Grace dragged him to the podium. Before she could take the ribbon, the crowd erupted. That's him. Harrison Corp's chairman who protected his adopted daughter and let his birth daughter stay paralyzed. Heartless. Wait, is that woman beside him the adopted daughter? Nathan ran up frantically. Dad. We have to go. Now. Father was dragged away, leaving Grace frozen on stage. In the car, Nathan sped while mother demanded answers. Back home, he found heart medication for mother before explaining. Charlotte knows we lied to her. What? Mother was shocked. Father sighed. The doctor just called saying Charlotte heard us talking. I've asked him to come explain. Nathan cut him off. No need, Dad. Charlotte posted all the evidence online. He showed father his phone. Father's face went white. The audio clearly captured him telling the doctor to keep Charlotte disabled. Comments exploded with outrage. Mother clutched her chest and collapsed after one glance. Even animals don't hurt their young. Deceiving your own daughter for the adopted one, wanting her permanently disabled. They destroyed evidence? That's illegal. But her husband issued a forgiveness letter. Black and white, even if it's criminal, no jail time. Netizens grew angrier, asking if evil people really escaped justice. Nathan helped mother while his phone rang non-stop, people asking if he was really involved with both women. Father saw Nathan's second account exposed, roaring, I told you to leave no evidence. You kept chat logs, posted photos, are you brain dead? Nathan felt wronged. Dad, I didn't know Charlotte would check my phone and find my alt account. The doctor arrived quickly. He handed father all the evidence, sighing repeatedly. Mr. Harrison, I warned you. You didn't listen. Now I'm exposed too. I'm returning abroad. Everything was your instruction, not my intention. People will judge from the recording. Your past kindness is repaid. Goodbye. He left before father could respond. The doctor posted online before leaving, clearing himself. The recording showed him repeatedly advising father to reconsider, so netizens didn't blame him much. While father fielded desperate calls from company subsidiaries, Grace arrived. Dad. What now? Reporters at my company asked if I was Grace. I showed my new ID to escape. You can't expose my identity. Seeing her selfishness, father's eyes flashed. Your sister left last night. I had people check she went abroad. While we find her, you should come forward. Admit you were young and impulsive, hurt her. It's the best solution. You have the forgiveness letter. You won't go to jail. Grace shook her head frantically. No. Dad, you forgot. Nathan and I aren't really married. If they find out, I could still go to prison. Father's face darkened. Then what do you suggest? I'll go back abroad like before. You tell everyone Charlotte's crazy, the audio is synthetic, the chats are photoshopped. Not just father, Nathan and mother were furious too. You run abroad and leave this mess for us? Audio can be verified. It's not just your word. And those chat logs, I am being destroyed. People ask if I'm a bigamist. Nathan stopped her from leaving. We already cleaned up your mess 5 years ago. Face this together. You just had to show off, sending messages and photos to provoke her. You're too comfortable. Grace turned to my parents for help, but mother clutched her chest. Grace, we spoiled you too much. You knew to stay low-key but left Charlotte so much evidence, provoked her. Without your provocation, she wouldn't have exposed us. You're too immature. Grace's phone rang. Her face changed reading it. Charlotte sent lawyers after me. She knows evidence is insufficient but wants to harass me. Who told her my new name? She glared at the three suspiciously. Not knowing her name was easy to find. The real estate company my parents started showed her as CEO. Jane Simple. She'd taken mother's maiden name, easy to guess. My parents and Nathan were shocked by her vicious expression. The first time in 20+ years she'd shown them such a face. You suspect us? Father pointed at her, cursing. If we wanted to betray you, we'd have handed you over 5 years ago. Why fake your death, send you abroad in luxury? You ungrateful brat. Grace suppressed her anger. I didn't mean that, Dad. You've been good to me. But if I appear in court, my entrepreneur image is ruined. How can I run a company? Still thinking about your company? Sell that building tomorrow. Once this settles, go back abroad quietly. Father wanted her in court. Grace's eyes flashed resistance, but she stayed quiet. Chapter 5. For days, father couldn't leave the house. Harrison Corp stock plummeted. Shareholders demanded answers. They felt someone with such poor character shouldn't be chairman. The board voted father out. Nathan searched for me while Grace stayed with my parents. After being accused of bigamy, he posted his foreign marriage certificate with Grace, then got attacked as a gold digger. Wanting the heiress but fearing disability, he cheated and had a child with a fake daughter. Even legal, Nathan was savaged online. Mother was criticized too, unable to distinguish right from wrong, spoiling the adopted daughter and lying to her birth daughter. Someone uploaded video from my birthday party. I thought it was weird why let a masked server cut Charlotte's birthday cake. That was Grace. Same birthday, switched at birth in the hospital. The real daughter became an orphan at 5, found at 15, but every birthday party the fake daughter stole the spotlight. Right. The fake daughter fell into the pool with her at the party. I suspected the fake pushed her. They said Charlotte was suicidal. She would have done it in 5 years, not on her birthday. And she's just wheelchair-bound. How could she harm an able-bodied adult? The fake daughter lied. Grace's pool trick was exposed. People who knew her confirmed this was typical behavior. Angry netizens found our villa, camping outside, throwing garbage, hanging banners demanding justice. Nathan finally found me 2 weeks later. I just had surgery. The doctor said 3 months of recovery and I'd walk again. Even the fallopian tube surgery succeeded miraculously. Heaven was helping me. Nathan appeared at my bedside, haggard and thin. Honey, I'm sorry. I cut him off coldly. Don't call me that. I'm not your wife. Charlotte, believe it or not, I've always loved you. But when Dad heard you couldn't have children, he didn't want Grace in prison, so he forced me to marry her and have a child. That way, even if you learned the truth, you couldn't challenge Grace's son's inheritance rights. I had no choice. Enough. Nathan, stop playing victim. You had selfish motives too. If I became the heir, staying with me was profitable. If I was crippled and Grace's son inherited, you'd still benefit. You're fundamentally selfish, just like Grace. Exposed, Nathan's face went gray. But my care and love these years were real. Can't you forgive me for these 10 years? Never. Nathan, you chose this. Face the consequences. I rang for the nurse, telling her to ban him. Nathan was thrown out. A week later, news said Grace would have a public trial. I watched online. Grace remained defiant. You think chat logs of unknown authenticity can convict me? If you have no real evidence, release me. The lawyer talked circles around her for 2 hours without evidence. He even brought up her and Nathan deceiving me with fake marriage. Grace nearly exploded but couldn't out-argue him. Opposing counsel, I think this behavior is absolutely shameless. Don't you agree? The lawyer even sought agreement from Grace's defender. Her lawyer buried his head in files, muttering, rich people think they own everything. If I'd known I'd be publicly humiliated, I wouldn't have taken this stupid case. Everyone nearly laughed. After trial, Grace's face had turned purple with rage. I felt disappointed. This only destroyed her reputation domestically. Too easy. But I hadn't expected my parents and Nathan to punish her. After the trial, the house atmosphere was heavy. Father hadn't been to work since being voted out. Mother cried daily. She wanted Nathan to bring me back, but he said I refused to see him. Then they discovered I'd erased every trace of my existence from the house. All gifts from my parents, memories with Nathan burned to ash in the study. Not even a photo remained. My poor Charlotte must hate me. I shouldn't have listened to you all. Mother wailed. Father got annoyed. Stop crying. We all made mistakes. What's the use now? Nathan, didn't you say Charlotte had surgery abroad? Find a way to send her money. That's all we can do. Grace jumped up from the sofa. Dad, you can't give her money. She ruined us, made us pariahs, and you still side with her? Her son started crying at her angry voice. Nathan scolded her while comforting the child. You scared him. You wronged Charlotte first. We all tried to protect you, atone for you. How can you blame us? Grace's eyes turned darker. Don't think I don't know how. Many times you slept with Charlotte these 5 years. I don't call you dirty, and you dare lecture me? Bullshit. Nathan raised his hand to slap her. Smack. Grace slapped him first. Father exploded. Look what you've become. We spoiled you rotten. Seeing Grace's murderous look, he roared, What? Want to hit your old man too? Grace smiled strangely. Dad, how could I hit you? My son is Harrison Corp's only heir. Of course I must take care of you. Father's face flushed with rage at her true colors. Dream on. Charlotte still. My daughter even abroad. We haven't cut ties. I'll call lawyers now to write my will. After I die, Harrison Corp has nothing to do with you. I'm cutting you off. Father reached for his phone. Grace slapped it away. She stomped on it until it shattered. Dad, for 25 years you and Mom loved me most. We were family. You want to abandon me and give everything to that cripple Charlotte? Never. I've served you all these years. Adopted daughters have inheritance rights too. Served my ass. Mother couldn't stand it. We never let you suffer or work. Drivers, servants, everything. Charlotte's the one who suffered. You're jealous of her. She's our real daughter. Without the switch, you'd have nothing. You're not grateful, just jealous, nearly killed her. Even then, we protected you, lied to Charlotte. This is how you repay us. Mom. You opposed protecting me 5 years ago. Don't pretend you don't favor Charlotte. Grace had never yelled at Mother. Mother clutched her chest, face purple. Mom. Nathan rushed for medicine. Father. Slapped Grace. Look what you've done. If anything happens to your mother, I'll throw you out immediately. Grace had never been hit growing up. This slap broke her sanity. You hit me for that cripple Charlotte. She shoved hard. Father stumbled back, head hitting the marble coffee table. Seeing him motionless, Grace huffed, Dad, stop faking. I won't let you make that call. Until she saw his wide eyes, blood pooling from his head. She checked his breathing gone. She scrambled back on all fours. Not my fault, I didn't mean to. Nathan emerged with medicine, saw the scene, and screamed. Grace. What did you do to Dad? Grace lunged to cover his mouth. Mother crawled toward Father, saw he wasn't breathing, and screamed before passing out. Nathan bit hard. Grace released him in pain. Mom. He tried to give Mother medicine but she was already gone. After the scandal, Father had dismissed all staff. Only Grace, Nathan, and their crying 5-year-old remained. Grace, they were so good to you and you killed them. I'm calling the police. Nathan's eyes blazed red. Grace grabbed an ashtray and smashed his head. Before he could scream, she kept hitting until he stopped moving. Cheap bastard, you really think you're Charlotte's person? Die. Knowing she couldn't escape murder charges, she had nothing left to fear. I got the housekeeper's call that morning. Grace had burned down the villa. Even her 5-year-old son didn't survive. I was shocked, but knowing Grace's spoiled, selfish nature, it made sense. My parents and Nathan had dug their own graves. They deserved it. 3 months later, I could walk again. I returned to claim my parents' ashes and inherited father's Harrison Corp shares. My new life was just beginning. The end.